Hi, my name is No. Oh, hi there. No. My name is Julio. That's not right. What was I saying? My name is Damien Beard, and this week we're looking at human error in complex systems. First of all, why are we looking at human error? Why do we care? Because errors cost us money, and in the worst case scenario, errors cost us lives. Robin Clay Williams took the panel this week, and she opened with the terrifying statistic that 18,000 deaths per year are in our health system due to error. That's not due to some freak illness or anything like that. That is 18,000 needless deaths in our health system in Australia every year. What? So let's put this in some perspective. The European bee, which is apparently Australia's deadliest animal, who knew? Kill an average of 10 people every year. All of the snakes in Australia combined kill an average of 2 people every year. The road toll in Australia for 2011 was 1,291 people. Yet human error is attributed to 18,000 deaths every year in our health system. That's over 49 people every day. Yeah, okay, maybe it's time to start studying human error. So first of all, we looked at the Swiss cheese model, which is if all the holes in the cheese line up in just the right way, then at the end of the situation, you're going to have an error. So the idea is to put as many obstacles in the way so that the things can't line up properly, which is a technique that the aviation industry has used, and it's been implemented quite successfully. They've done this through standardizing phraseology, allocating tasks, having a board of people to keep pilots and engineers accountable, standardizing the way they do things. I've talked more about that this week in the blog. But what was found was that the medical industry does not work on that same sort of linear basis that the aviation industry does. So the medical industry is this complex system of communication where you cannot simply just predict and account for every possible situation that can happen, because with so many different variables, you just cannot fathom or plan for every permutation, for every situation that could possibly happen in every single hospital. So instead, we look at other techniques. The good news is we already know what the key is to reducing these errors that are happening in the health system, and that's communication. Well, isn't that a familiar topic for this course? Systems dynamics modeling is also used, but the problem being the more factors you have, the more complicated it gets. And Robin explained that for every new piece of information you need to put into that model, that raises the degree of the polynomial equation that's used to do that modeling. So when you have 3, 5 entities, that's alright, that's quite easy to model. When you get up to 30, that's when you start needing a supercomputer to process that model that you're trying to do. Another point that I'd like to make, and even though that it's probably bleedingly obvious, is that system safety is intricately linked with human error. I think those two topics that we've covered really parallel each other, and they have a lot of common ground between them. Trying to save lives, trying to save money, trying to act in a way that's ethical. It seemed pretty similar to me. So finally, the last topic I wanted to talk about today was situational awareness. This is something that Robin brought up, that we can learn to recognize and train in ourselves to improve. Now, situational awareness is the ability to focus on a task, but then also be aware of what's happening in your peripheral. So the example that was given to us was a surgeon who was trying to operate on a patient, but is also trying to be the team leader and organize everything that's going around. The problem is the surgeon's main goal is to, fix the tear in the aorta of the heart on the body that's sitting on top of the table in front of him. Now, that is actually a very analytical approach to it. If you jump back several weeks and you think about systems thinking versus analytical thinking, that surgeon is using analytical thinking, which he should be, because he needs to be putting all his focus into completing that particular task. However, is that the goal of the whole team that's sitting inside that operating theatre? No. The goal of the team should be to keep that patient healthy and help them survive the process of the operation. So that just isn't situational awareness. So if you can remember, it's our job to keep that patient alive and healthy, then you're using systems thinking. Anyway, that's all from me. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.